Hello, everybody. Please deal with my long introduction because YouTube takes a second to make my stuff go live. So, thank you for your patronage and patience. Okay, I understand if you press a couple clicks forward to get up to speed. Let me see if I'm live yet. Please. Thank you guys very much. Hold on real fast. So, hi. I am. The reason why. Okay, we're kind of live. I can authoritatively speak on this matter because, as you could tell by my sort of book smart, sort of high vocabulary, right? I could have been a collegiate type of person, but stuff didn't work out that way. So this video is about a libertarian. Remember, I'm a freedom loving, like what America is supposed to be about. You're gonna think I'm a ultra conservative probably. And this is my reaction, not just mine, on behalf of a bunch of other people that I follow that I know they would say, paraphrased likewise, okay? This is my reaction to a conservative bashing a liberal. And I just want to say, I feel like as older I get, I need to put my 2 cents on this matter. I lived a very different life than you. I've gotten off my ass and lived almost 20 years in the last century. I'm almost Gen X age. Rock and roll, partying. I didn't graduate. I actually somehow graduated high school at 21 years old. What I mean, like the first time I dropped out of high school is because it's like this. It's like you leave your house, you have 20 bucks in your back pocket, you meet some people, you end up in New York. It's like, what the F, right? It's just, so I'm not trying to, I'm kind of embellishing a bunch of stories into one to get you to understand my background. I had no curfews. I am the epitome of a freedom seeking person, dude. No curfews, no alimony bills. I try to have only a cell phone bill my whole life. You get the point. My reaction to fucking a conservative Christian versus a plum fucking, liberal, right? Somebody was watching, they already fucked off. You don't understand how interesting and how pertinent this shit is to today's fucking culture wars, okay? This culture war shit has gotten completely out of hand, right? You probably think I'm some country music, like, this says Motorhead. I am a fucking metalhead, dude. So, metalheads, we have a lot of liberal friends. We have pagan friends. So I can't just sit here and laugh at Pastor Jesse B. Peterson being so belligerent and bold. Because I know where he's coming from in his defense, guys. You're about to watch this video, okay? The conservative alt-right, whatever, right, guy, toxic masculinity, Western Christian conservative, right? In his advocacy, okay? I don't know about you, but have you ever ran into like some fat Butch Dyke or some really fruity ass person that like gave you some fucking grief? I've been like stalked by gays, guys. I'm not anti-gay. I'm just saying, like, I got into survival knives mainly because I've pulled them out on dudes trying to like offer me a foot massage at like 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm at a bus stop. I'm not even making this shit up. So like, I understand. Okay, the conservative pastor guy, he's coming at it and like it's axiomatic, as if dude, you're ignorant as fuck. Ad hominems. They come with a fucking argument, you fucking moron. You just take up space. And it's free speech. You could shut this up, motherfucker, with your face. Dumb shit. Damn, I have a fat crotch, huh? So fucking, you might learn something. So in the fucking conservative's point of view, he's talking like it's that axiom that everybody's just ran into an annoying fat butch dyke or ran into some fucking flamer trying to rub their feet, right? And then the other guy, the liberal, is about to talk about, hey man, you're just here kind of like bashing supposed disenfranchised demographics, right? So like, watch this, here's my reaction, who the fuck am I? On behalf of a bunch of motherfucking libertarians, right? And my, to shorten shit up, there's basically two different kind of libertarians. There's the libertarians that might as well be fucking symbolic Satanists, and they believe in plum freedom, freedom at all costs. Like supposedly swinging around umbilical aborted fetus nunchucks while having your dick out in the middle of public, drinking kerosene. That should be plumb legal. And then you have the libertarians like me who believe in plumb freedom in a Christian paradigm. So, but none the fucking less, I stand more toward the fucking Christian paradigm, right? But just to let you guys know, this is America. You could be the most pork-hating Muslim and fucking gay, dick-sucking, fruity, flaming-haired, whatever the fuck you want to be. As long as you're not physically harming another person, if there's no victim, there's no crime. In America, the beauty of it is you can believe whatever the fuck you want, as long as it's not physically fucking with other people or taking the thinking for the hearts. As long as it's not fucking their shit over nefariously, like stealing their shit or taking their life unjustly, like if they're a chobo or something, they should all get fucked up, right? But so without further ado, watch this. So it's Jesse Lee Peterson. And if we can hear this shit, come on, man, play the fucking video.
It was a black, unemployed drug addict with a criminal record.
You really should be ashamed of yourself.
Talk about George Floyd.
George Floyd is dead.
It's his fault.
This is probably going to end up being an utter waste of my time having you on the show. What you felt about?
You don't know that. You may learn something.
We'll see, preacher. What is it about Black Lives Matter that you disagree with fundamentally?
Black Lives Matter was founded by a bunch of fat, black, radical lesbians.
Okay.
And who hate God.
Get this clown off my show. I appreciate you.
Who hate God, who hate the nuclear family.
Yeah. If you want to utilize this platform to bash gay people, to bash black people, to bash communities that are disenfranchised, if that's all you want to do, then no, you won't do that here.
But
and then Jesse Lee Peterson calls him a beta male. Okay, so guys, thank you for bearing with me. I didn't care about my religion until I met a good friend from Romania. He's Orthodox. And after hearing his religious side and his point of views, he's very conservative too. But I have a feeling that evangelical Protestantism, embellished or exacerbated, that's the word. Evangelical Western Protestantism, as we see today, the whole MAGA shit, all that, it has exacerbated the tensions between, liberals and conservatives. Because let me put it this way: believe in Jesus or not, right? Hypothetically, if he exists, right? Let's say, well, the religious people wanted to kill Jesus. They coaxed the Gentiles. They coaxed the pagans. They basically forced that threat of riot, to get the secular government to kill Jesus. And in the Bible, Jesus was the pagan people never really hated Jesus. Like, it was the religious people who were getting on Jesus's ass for fraternizing with tax collectors, with Romans, with Roman centurions, with I look at it, the pagan people, the lost people, the dregs of society, the people who are needles up their arms, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. There was a large percentage of them, if not ever, all the Romans, all the prostitutes, all the fucking, all the disenfranchised people who are not accepted by the religious community in the start of the New Testament. They never have a problem with Jesus, other than the centurions. They just enjoy their job of beating and torturing shit. They didn't have a personal, none of the, Pontius Pilate was trying to find excuses not to interfere and not really kill Jesus. He was like, I want to be neutral. I can't avoid pissing somebody off. And then Pontius Pilate was like, let me hear these people out. He's like, this guy's done nothing wrong. He's not an insurrectionist. So basically, you get the point. It wasn't the pagans who wanted to kill Jesus. It was the religious people. Jesus was like about love, and Jesus said something about that, like that thieves and prostitutes would see heaven before the Pharisees, the religious people. You get the point, right? I'm trying to read. Somebody said Allah is God. Hold on. So the Orthodox Christians in the Muslim countries, the predominantly Muslim countries, they also call, the name of God in that region is Allah. Whether it's the Prophet Muhammad's interpretation or Saint Paul's, by the way. So Allah. So technically, you're right. Allah is God. Muhammad is a fake prophet. So here we are. But you can believe whatever you want because you're American, as long as we're not literally killing each other on this soil over it. We're just debating. Another thing about on the conservative plight, guys. Remember, I'm not MAGA. I'm a Christian libertarian. That we claim that we really are, even though we're not deists like the forefathers. You know, Ben Franklin would side with us. We're pretty sure. If you're some like gay ass lesbian, you want to suck stuff and you want to marry a faucet and fucking invert your asshole, and you want to marry your significant other that's a fucking lizard, fucking alien, whatever you want to do, don't be a dick and go to a traditional church, whatever the fuck the stupid Baptists, the fucking Catholics, Orthodox especially, of course, all the traditional churches. Don't be a fucking troll and go ask them to support your shit. Go to the Universalist, Unitarian, go to some Rainbow Club ass fucking church or institution to get your civil union there. Okay? And as a libertarian, I don't know if you should be incentivized by any kind of tax breaks. I don't believe in income tax, but I believe what fucking, okay, so you get married, you pay less taxes, right? No, dude. What the fuck that is if you don't get married, you get a bachelor tax. How about we just don't have income taxes? How about if we do have income taxes, we don't pay Chomo Epstein fuckers who worship Netanyahu, and we actually fix our own fucking country and get the living cost under fucking control? How about some shit like that? As a libertarian, I do believe in the idea of having some kind of fucking social safety nets out there, which libertarians usually don't. That's my personal tangent, but you get the point. So basically, this video is very important because this shit's gotten out of hand. These evangelicals are making it worse. They're thinking that it's pious to aggravate the lost. They're thinking that it's holy. Evangelicals think that they're being like Elijah in the Bible, who was mocking the priests of Baal. And remember, Baal and all those other demon gods are pretty insidious. They're about human sacrifice and shit. So they think that they're being some kind of Elijah figure, by aggravating secular or lost or evil or non-Christian people. But they're fucking making Jesus look like a hateful person and stuff like that. That's true. But at the same token, if you're gonna be a flaming liberal, blah blah blah, don't live up. Nobody on both sides. Don't be a dick, ultra MAGA, fucking ignorant ass, fucking hateful, hate mongering piece of shit. Like, burning fucking crosses and lynching fucks or some shit. Don't live up to that expectation to make your enemies right, and don't be some libtard ass, like fucking grumpy ass, like armpit hair having fucking bitch that hates men and is too lazy to get attractive. So you like hate men and hate fucking traditional men and shit and try to make our lives fucking harder for no reason. I've always said, as a uber tall, strapping, buff dude, there's nothing more of a fucking liability than a grumpy Karen that knows you won't put out. And that's what the fuck basically it comes down to. When the libtards try to get jiggy with it, piss off the conservatives, and when the conservatives take their pseudo-moral, misdirected high ground in the wrong direction. Because, hey, like, if you're gay out there and shit, like, fucking, dude, Jesus basically, or St. Paul rather, would basically tell us both, we both need to fuck ourselves off and try to create a form of celibacy to save our soul, because you're a form of a deviant, and I was too. I was like a cougar maniac chasing like sex, booze, and rock and roll kind of fucking dude. And I loved trying to screw chicks before I even knew what their name was. And just for a fucking game. And then I got sleep paralysis and all sorts of shit from it. So I believe in a preternatural world. It's ironic that my sleep paralysis went away once I started listening to my friend's Orthodox religion. What else is I gonna say? But yeah, man, that's where we're at, man. That's where we're at in society. That we don't need a civil war, man. Whatever demographics we are, we could be American and unite together and get these aristocrats to fucking give us our tax dollars back if they're just gonna spend it on touching kids. And maybe we should lynch them while we're at it for fucking touching kids, because Jesus said, if you fuck with kids, especially that believe in him, it's better for that person if a millstone was hung about their neck and they're thrown in an ocean. And I got in an argument with some fake Christian evangelical bitch at a laundromat about this shit the other day. She's like, St. Paul was an evil person. She don't believe in killing, death penalty, anything. Pacifist up the ass. And I was, damn, your dude must be a fucking wuss, lady. But I was like, did St. Paul ever touch kids? No. Like, St. Paul was a murderer before he became a Christian. Like, that's some demonic shit that people don't come back from, dude. I'm not trying to virtue signal. I'm not trying to virtue signal about that. I'm a very, like, in my mind, I can't imagine that shit exists. Because, I'm a straight male. I can't imagine that people are really out there wanting to touch butts of different nefarious fucking beings, like, in sorts of weird ways. I'm not trying to virtue signal. I'm just trying to point out that if you don't want to be a bleeding heart about it, well, you're paying taxes to people who limit you and take away your rights for people who touch kids. And because I'm not trying to sound like I'm virtue signaling or whatever. As a metalhead, I grew up in the very few women in my life I was fortunate to have. They were fucked with very early, and they matured very fast, and then I called me a simping bitch, but I'm gonna expound upon that. I fell in love with one of them, and I realized, like, we had Jesus's utopia, We would have got married, had kids. She wouldn't have sucked all my friends' dicks. But because we're secular society, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, I have this precious person who's so fucking damaged and defiled. I had that epiphany. Where was I going with that shit? Oh, it's simping. Oh, here's a way to get demonetized or fucking whatever. I want I'm basically a Gen Xer. I'm an old millennial, but I never had curfew, and I was hanging out with. We were getting older people to always buy us like booze and cigarettes, dude, and fucking So I'm basically Gen X / key whatever. And I wanted to say to all you gay people out there, stop fucking making everything so politically fucking correct. Let me throw around an F word at you real quick. Before I do that, let me disclaimer. One of my favorite musicians is gay as fuck. I would never call him this word. If you're cool with me, you could suck all the dick you want, and I'm not gonna call you this word. You could be the straightest carpet munching, pussy licking demon, dude, and fucking like, and if you like borrowed something and didn't bring it back, or if you cut me off in traffic when I was trying to fucking like save money on my brakes, you know, and you could be this fucking douchebag. Like we have plenty of those in California. You could be the most utter douchebag bitch, but you're heterosexual as fuck, and guess what you are? You're a fucking fag. And you could be the most gayest, most dick hungry, cock sucking fucking person, but you're cool and not trying to rape people or touch my feet in the middle of the night like I was talking about earlier by some other gay. You can actually be a benevolent fucking gay, and you're cool. I'll never call you a fag, dude. Fag doesn't necessarily mean fucking fag or gay or some shit, dude. It means you're being a fucking fag. Do you understand? And if you guys take that shit away from us as a Gen X person, you take away one of our favorite words on a continent full of free speech, then whatever dick sucking you want or don't want, you're a fucking fag. We make that fag is one of the coolest words. It's straight to the fucking point, dude. I could say the most complex thing at you, like your shoes are silly, your style is whack, you make no money, you're just a living ATM machine for your fat bitch. And all you have to do is turn around and go, fuck you, fag. And you just you didn't have to dissect anything. You didn't have to fucking you didn't have to use any mental cognition. And right then and there, you just redeemed yourself in your woman's eyes, and everybody went, oh, you didn't have to use any brain power. I could have sat there studying you out of jealousy for fucking years, came up with a list, diagnosing how you're stupid, fat, ugly, lazy, and not living up to your potential, and you have the Irish curse, and your chick needs 50 Shades of Grey. And you'll have no comeback to that nowadays. But back in my generation, all you had to do is go, fuck you, fag, and then you automatically redeemed yourself and your kids and your chick. Because, dude, I fear God, dude, because I can bully the shit out of people, dude. I'm not trying to be proud of it. I just think they fucking deserve it, dude. It happened to me. That's what set me straight. It's healthy sometimes, dude. And when you deserve it and it comes, it's a fucking good thing. And I don't want to go overboard with that shit. You can end up doing that, man. Bigfoot are real. Yeah, I believe that too, man. You rock. If you guys want to shout out, let me know. I'll get my glasses on. But don't take our favorite word for it. Again, you could be the most cock-sucking, vexatiously dick-hungry fuck, but you're cool. You're not trying to fuck with anybody or touch their feet at 4 a.m. in the morning like what happened to me. You're not a fag, dude. But you could be the most straightest, pussy-licking motherfucker, but you're a douchebag piece of shit. You're a fucking fag. And if you want to limit free speech, you're the hugest fucking fag. And Again, like if somebody came out, if somebody was studying for years all your human flaws and came up to you with all these characteristics that you need to change, like a Tony Robbins from hell, and dissected how you're just a living fat ATM machine for your pathetic your family who thinks you're pathetic, and your wife is masturbating the black dodos and shit, and you had no comeback at all you had to do is turn around, look at that guy and go, fuck you, fucking fag. Oh, and automatically you got redeemed in your kid's eyes, your wife. She had that sparkle in her eye again, and now it's that guy's turn to come up with something. And he's gonna go, yeah, no, I'm not. You know what I mean? And I'm so here. I'm like I said, I believe in freedom. I'm not anti-gay. But if you politically correct all this shit, then a guy like me is gonna come make a list and tell you how you're fucking dumbass and how you're fucking worthless and how I could cuckold your ass every fucking day of the week. And then if you're not strapped, if you're not ready, if you're not following Joe X, if you're not subscribed to Black Scout Survival, if you're not trying to be all you could be as a badass libertarian American, if you're not buying Strike gum and watching Combat Veteran Reacts, if you don't sit there watching The Mirror, trying to imitate Donnie B all day before hopping back on your wife for round 2, if you don't eat red meat almost on a daily basis, you're not going to understand any of this. I forgot where I was going with that. But see, if you don't aspire to all that genuine toxic masculinity of America, it's not too late. You don't have to be a literal fag. But don't take away free speech. I fucking forgot where I was going with all this shit. It was poetry. So yeah, if you're not subscribed to all those guys, if you're not trying to be all you could be, the libertarian, fucking white Christian machismo way, you don't have to be white. It's my channel. I'm sorry, you just already turned off. I'm God's pleasing gift to the society. I echo back and I stave off God's wrath because he looks at me and he nods. He's like, evolution took its course and forged the Ubermensch the right way. I'm everything the Zoomer white man, soon the Zoomer kid, soon to be Zoomer white man should aspire to be. Don't listen to Fred Durst. Rap music is only cool for colored people. Start listening to fucking heavy metal or fucking cool country music. Grow a fucking mullet, a fucking Viking mullet. If you can't, get a Viking fucking beard. Learn how to throw a fucking axe. Drink Jägermeister while eating red meat before you fucking plow your chick in the right hole, but not before you're gonna do the Eucharist the next day. All that shit. That the fucking ethos of the fucking new Ubermensch, postmodern, American, Western, white Christian male is supposed to be. We're gonna fucking fuck yeah, dude. We're gonna do all that shit. I'm here like Jason Aldean to fucking lead the charge on that shit, dude. And fucking, what else was going to this shit? You need to subscribe to those people, eat fucking red meat. Make sure words like fag still exist. Make sure fuckers are still allowed to eat fucking red meat, dude. Also, I'm not down with what we're doing to Iran. We're beating the shit out of Iran right now. But like all those chicks in Venezuela, all the chicks in the countries that the military-aged fighting men were leaving to come live here for free for some reason, all the chicks that they're abandoning, Trump needs to lower or take away the Dude, I almost married a Brazilian chick, but we couldn't get, what the fuck is that called? The consular, the citizenship. I forget all that shit. So all the chicks in those countries, dude, they're for us. They're for us, like the fucking janitors, the minimum wage, fucking all the incels that want to be chads are trying. All the incels that are going to the gym, doing all they could be to try to be a white Christian chad, right? They think that they can't get chicks because they're like under 6 feet tall, right? The dudes who have a shitty fucking car because the fucking Chomo Epstein fuckers fucked up our economy, right? All those dudes, they teach those chicks from the other country, right? Shave their legs or unibrow. Boom. You got a chick, dude. I was gonna marry some chick from Guatemala, a sham temp. I was gonna sell my country out to have a temporary sham marriage with some chick from Guatemala, from my friend. I forget his name. It was his aunt. So she could get a citizenship. They're gonna give me only $2,000 and a place to stay. I wrote her. It took me 8 hours to try to write a letter in broken ass Spanish. How I was like, "You're gonna do your civil." I'm sorry. I'm trying to be a Christian now, but maybe you'll laugh. And I think she gave me this friendship hug to make me think like oh, if I just hug this guy, he'll think I'm down. I could just run away now and fake it later. And I was good looking back then too. What the fuck? I told her, I said, you're gonna do your patriotic duty at least once a week. You're gonna get this shit. Fuck. You're gonna get this red, white, and blue fucking true fucking eagle on a pole shoved up you voraciously while listening to fucking Ted Nugent. I was basically elaborating to her in Spanish how at least once a week she's gonna do her patriotic duty. And as I'm just like dancing around a fucking motel room with a blue pill boner that's still going on, as I'm like half out of breath from having fun still somehow, fucking like Jägermeister, fucking tequila right here, ordering pizza, right, blasting Ted Nugent, blasting Merle Haggard, blasting Jonah Cass. Wow, she's getting, dude, I'm not trying to brag. I was on the wrestling team, dude. I could fucking go for, blow her to smithereens so she'll know what red, white, and blue thunder is about before she takes me for alimony and fucking gets her citizenship and goes off in the wild yonder fucking sunset, you know? So yeah, maybe I was gonna do something un-American, you know, but those chicks from other countries, we could save them for us. And chicks act like they don't want that, but they do. Because I know, because I'm sorry, everybody thinks I'm toxic masculine. Oh, white Christian men, crusaders would have been hard R's. Nah, dude. With the power of the Lord, because you don't put it in the wrong hole and you don't fucking try to do creepy shit with them. When chicks fell on hard times and they needed a place to stay or Big Daddy, fucking A, dude, I gave them that Crusader Steel sex appeal, and then it backfired. Now home bitch is like monogamous, therefore getting fat because she's Western. Where I was going with that is, doing chicks in the right hole, being a benevolent motherfucker, right? Captain Save-A-Ho. Fuck, I forgot. Oh, so as a person who lived off that, I understand tyrants. I understand government, like Alex Jones says, engineering crises to scare its own populace into surrendering submission and more rights. For the same reason, all my ex-girlfriends, when they fell on hard times, when they needed Big Daddy's help, when they learned their lesson the hard way, they came back to me and gave me Me, a person, I came from a poor background, a poor country. They're leading us. Israel tells us what to do. Ukraine's our boss. You get the point, right? So me, coming from lower financial reasonings, they're like some chick that's like from South Corona in California. It's like an upscale shit. So now she fucked up and she needs scrubby old me because she like lost her job being a borracha, like a drunk slut, and she got burned or ditched or whatever. Now I have total control over this little chiquita. And like I can tell her, hey, how you doing, man? I can control her. She's mine. I can dictate her shit. So I understand when these globalists or the government is getting us instigated against each other. I'll start telling the chiquita, yeah, your ex was trash. Yeah, your friend or relative who's saying I'm no good for you is no good for you. So the politicians telling us they're bombing Iran while telling us the Iranians are welcoming the bombs because they want their government to be changed. It's just stupid. They think we're stupid. You get the point. So it's like all that drama, I understand it. I'm not this. Jesse on Fire. Jesse on Fire is another really, really good news source. So right now, I'm throwing good channels at you guys. Black Scout Survival, JD Daily. I had to crack my neck. Thank you. What's his name? Jesse on Fire. Combat Veteran Reacts. A Knife Channel. I don't believe in any of his religious point of view, but Jordan B. Peterson, he's libertarian as fuck. That kid, he has I'm not the smartest son of a bitch. I could just tell one. He can smell psyops a mile away. Every time something will happen in the news, that watch, they're gonna say now, blah blah boo boo boo, and now, my governor of this state recently sued Glock the pistol. You get the point. So they're changing Glock, right? I'm Californian. Maybe I'm sure you have a better Glock than me. I have a Gen 3 17, and then I barely know that much about other guns, but I hear about other bodies of the other Glock. No, I want my blocky, heavy motherfucking Glock, dude. I heard the pros of it. I have the feel of it. It's what I trained with. So as a security, the government has a right to tell me I have to change my tool, and they're gonna make it harder on a fucking manufacturer that I love, Glock. They're gonna make it harder on them and sue them for. It's just stupid, dude. I want the government out of our ass, dude. So it is what it is. So anyways, I appreciate you guys stopping by. There's shit I should do, just go on a patrol or something. No one gives a fuck. I have a bizarre job because California is kind of like a freelance security. For all I know, I'm guarding a tunnel that leads to the. I'm guarding a basement latch that leads to the tunnel to Area 51 in the middle of the desert in California. And they got me this job because they're like, hey, we need security, but nobody wants to drive all the way out here and like basically sacrifice having a life. Like it's too far and the hours are too odd to have a family visit your wife, go even do errands for some people. So you get the point, and I love it. I embrace it. So I've been a night owl my whole life. So basically, a freelance security. I'll give you like a funny parable. Okay, there was once upon this time this guard, and he didn't look like a security guard, and he's a neighborhood watch, and everybody's giving him food and saying, hey, thank you for your service. They think he's a military person. And the guard dude doesn't really know what to do. He's just there. He kind of waves and goes, oh, ha, thanks. And then all of a sudden the guard gets on the phone and goes, Dave, your chick, she's coming around the corner. Yeah, hide your Sancho. Yeah, under the bed. Yeah, okay. And he's like, that's a good job, Nacho. Yeah, sir, glad to be of service. Click. And our friend Kenny faking being a burglar to give me an excuse to be there in the first place so that he could have a Sancha over an excuse to have a security lookout. So without further ado, I'm freelance security. I'm looking forward to doing, I think my friend Isaac is dead. So he was a Romanian Orthodox friend. I'm just letting it be known out there, anybody. The apocalypse is coming and people want to damage Western Christendom. I'm freelance security. I work for very cheap. I basically work for lodgings. And I'm down to support Orthodoxy or traditional Latin Mass Catholicism for catechumenship, being your guard. Because I'm a weirdo that, like, you would figure a normal American would be like, I want to guard Angel's Titty Bar if I could just get free hot wings. I used to be that guy. I am still that guy, dude. But my Romanian Orthodox friend trained me, dude. I got trained and tonsured like a fucking ninja by a Romanian Orthodox schema monk kid. And that's why I talk like I do. That's why I'm so bombastic. That's why I'm so outspoken. Because I really believe I'm invincible. Think about it. If you have balls and you're a straight male, I'm annoying. I'm not a likable person. I'm not intelligent. I'm belligerent. I forget a lot of shit mid-sentence. But you have to agree. If you don't agree with like 98%, if not like 120% of every fucking thing I ramble about, you're a fag, you're a bitch, you're a cuck, you're a Satanist, you're a chomo. You have to. So I'm plagiarizing a bunch of epic ass motherfuckers, dude, that I watch on a daily basis to try to give to you. Because I have nothing better to do and I'm pissed off because my friend from Romania would make me fucking. You remind me I need to be fucking pissed off, dude. Being fucking pissed off and drunk and eating red meat in a Christian framework mindset is a fucking really good. I'm not drunk. I was just born. I'm a metalhead. We're just fucking naturally born intoxicated. Yeah. Start your day pissed and drunk. Hopefully God preserves our health. I love Jack Daniels and Jim Beam. What do you like? Try to drink less. I'm trying to drink only coffee for a while. What else is going to say? You have to agree, even though I'm unlikable and I'm annoying, and you can't tell I have a ZZ Top Fu Manchu and that pisses me off, so I look like a fucking douchebag right now. You have to admit, if you don't agree with every last vestige of fucking vernacular jargon fuck shit I say, then you're either a fag, a bitch, a cuck, a chomo, a demon, slut. Because I'm plagiarizing a bunch of better people that I'm fucking amalgamate, tell you about. I lace you up, big dog. I'll lace yous up with some woke ass, say it, eh? Not woke, we're red pill. So it's a war of words, it's a battle of ideology. It's basically today, nowadays, we thought it was woke. We all thought the amalgamation, the sum total of everything nowadays and the competition for the worldviews and philosophy, whatever. We all thought it was woke versus red pill. But we're finding out it's the government versus the people, as it's always been. As Americans, we understand that. So, what else? Before I go, is there any other...
What are you hearing
show
from
us?
Exorcist? Because I've always...
Oh, here's a tangent. So... I decided I think I'm going to try to go Roman Catholic. You thought you said it was Orthodox. No. My friend from Romania told me, like, oh, no, you're too much of a, I'm too defiled, dude. Like, I've banged fat chicks only drinking 3 beers. I've eaten cougars out just for a place to stay, dude. I can't be Orthodox, but he gave me his blessing to be Roman Catholic. And I wanted to be Orthodox anyways. I love them both. Father Chad Rippinger. Father Chad Rippinger is the reason why I'm going to go Catholic, guys. Let me tell you one fascinating thing about Father Chad Rippinger that you're going to be like, huh? But you have to take my word on it, and then you'll be like, yeah, that is pretty fascinating. It won't sound fascinating at first. Then, I'm going to tell you how good of a person Chad Rippinger is. Father Chad Rippinger, okay? He was talking recently on the Sean Ryan. He was talking about demons of lust. And the demons of lusts usually run off of fear. It struck a major chord with me because not just me, one of my best friends that was like a brother for 20 something years, and other people, if I think really hard about it, all these kids growing up with me, if they struggled with liking women too fast, and I'm talking about like full-grown women like Kelly Bundy, Pamela Anderson, Carmen Electra, Jenny McCarthy, that era, Anna Nicole Smith, right? If you were fixated on liking chicks way too early and you were lustful about it, you were very afraid of the dark. But more exponentially more than other kids. I've had sleep paralysis that became so severe that I had to sit there during the daytime and start telling myself, like, dude, you're lying to yourself if you think that's a brain glitch. You're being a douchebag and just trying to be an atheist so you can believe whatever you want and continue being a douche. If you keep denying that that's preternatural and genuinely demonic, and you're losing a bunch of sleep, and look at me, I slur my words and I forget shit mid-sentence all the time, dude. What else? Oh, so Chad Rippinger talking about the demons of lust and fear running congruent. And talking about how you run into like blindsided bad luck when you're serving lust. I can relate to that back into my heavy metal days. The other thing Chad Rippinger's really cool at, he was on a very small channel, and it was a fucking live discussion, and I found it. And people in the channel, it's very small feed or whatever, channel or whatever. People in the feed thought I was trolling because of my look and the way I talk. I wasn't talking, texting, typing, whatever. I assured them, I was like, dude, I wouldn't troll. I troll only Protestants. I wouldn't troll you guys. I had a question for Chad Rippinger, and I saw him at mid conversation. Everybody else more important than me, right? One celebrity, right? Chad Rippinger, you could see him go. He went like that. He leaned forward, and you could tell he read my comment. And it's so sentimental. I'm glad he's older than me, so I can still actually look up to him like a father figure. Dude, he took the time, dude. He took the time. That's a servant's heart. He doesn't think he's important. Oh, I'm a servant of God. I'm the biggest exorcist in the world. He took the time to get up off his chair, lean forward, to try to read my scrubby, stupid little fucking comment. I'll never forget that, Father Chad. Thank you so much. The little kid in me that wants to believe in Jesus so I can be King David and I'm sorry. I'm very blasphemous on accident. So I could get a bunch of chicks and save them like King David and King Solomon. I'm that immature. I'm not even trying. I really grew up with that mentality. I'm not even really trying to be like fucking a douche. I'm sincerely, no satire. Mr. Father Chad, that meant a lot to me, to that fucking little kid that exists somewhere in another dimension. I don't mean to cuss at you, boss. Like that I'll never forget that shit. I'll never forget it. Thank you. I want Jesus to give a fuck, dude. I'm trying to prove a point, man. I'm not talking to Chad, this father like that. I'm just talking in general. It's healthy to be hyper, pissed off, surviving Asperger's and autism because your mom beat your ass, and you're Gen X, and all you do is live to eat red meat. To save your wife's soul, you don't put dick in her mouth. You fucking lick her pussy to grow a boner instead, so you can take fucking Eucharist. Like hopefully, like I hope your chick has the common sense to diet and exercise so she can be that pretty. Because I've dated some scuzz buckets in the past, and I'm like, please, I don't want to kiss you, dude. You can kiss my, sorry. So me and you, we're at least giving a shit about being everything God intended the Christian white male to be. All majestic, Viking, and buff as fuck, ripped 10 and jacked. And you need to check out for your survival, for your well-being, to grow testosterone. You have to like, you don't have to like my shit, you have to subscribe so I can keep going live. I have to be a douchebag. Am I in a prison? Are you in a prison? No. I don't want to be a correction officer for one reason that I got over is I'm light skinned. So you're going to have to work 3 times harder to get their respect in the pen. In California, that's nothing. For the paycheck, that's nothing. One thing that knocked me out like 98%, I was still considering it. One thing that made me not want to be correction officer is you gotta take classes to learn how to inspect up men's butts for contraband, because prisoners put things up their butts to hide from you like drugs or weapons. And if you don't find that weapon and they stab one of your other correctional officers with a knife that's been up their butt somehow, that looks very bad on you. And guess what? Guess what, guys? I'm trying to be a Christian. Two things that's wrong with this scenario, okay? 2 things. I'm trying to be a Christian, and the bar, Angels Sports Pub or whatever, in Corona, California, no longer exists. Because if I was a correctional officer and I had to see, literally, I heard up to like 150 buttholes a day, looking up other men's ass for a job to make sure they don't have drugs or sharp things. So after work, I would have to drink a shitload of fucking pitchers of beer at Angels and bury my face in the crotch and asses of strippers who fuck a lot of dudes in the female anatomy. I had to put my face in the female anatomy constantly to forget men's butts, dude. Not that I'm pondering it and worried about being gay. I would just want to save my fucking sanity. So as a Christian, you're not supposed to go put your face in other women's asses and pussies to forget looking at men's butts for a living. Then when I got over that, and I was like, I'll probably do it anyway, the final nail in the coffin was California correctional officers must mandatory shave their face. I was like, fuck this job. Remember, I want to be orthodox, dude. Men don't shave, dude, unless you fucking really have to. So anyways, unless you're Donnie B all day, he can shave whatever the fuck he wants, dude. So unless you're subscribed to Joe X, unless you fucking wait for your wife to put her headphones on and indulge in her 50 Shades of Grey so you could sneak off to the bathroom, look in the mirror, and try to imitate Donnie B all day to try to catch up in manhood points and win your wife's respect back. If you're not being like me and trying to marry chicks from Guadalajara and telling them in broken Spanish that her civil duty as an American citizen will be getting fucking plowed by this stud while listening to Ted Nugent, like Merle Haggard and Johnny Cash and Metallica, at least once a week. She could do whatever the fuck else she wants. I don't want to know. It's that once a week. I remember back in the day, I was so heavy metal. I was pissed, dude. The chick could be ugly as long as she had a nice body. It was like once a fucking week, I'm dragging something to a motel room and fucking the living shit out of it. And ever since I had to quit my sleep paralysis habit, that hasn't happened in quite a long time. So, yeah, guys, that's where we're at. The Jews fucked up the economy so much that nowadays us young men have to give up pussy for Jesus. That fucking sucks. So, but hey, I haven't had a traffic ticket. I haven't been late. I've only been late to work once in the last like 5 years. I'm not lying. Ridiculous. No vacation time, no sick days. Thank you, Jesus. It's better to have too much work than not enough. Oh yeah, I did. I technically got a Fix-It ticket recently. So I got 2 Fix-It tickets, if I remember, since the last 5 years. I was getting a traffic ticket on a monthly basis, fucked with by police, sleep paralysis, all this shit. But to some people it's worth it because I had a Cuban cougar butterface who would sneak me into mansions that she was a caretaker maid for, and look, I'm a good guy now. My love, Rachel, some other chick I'm in love with, I want to treat them like princess fucking goddesses in the sack now. But that cougar dude, fuck, dude. I feel sorry for whatever other dude falls in love with her because I smeared I might as well have been like a dog, lifted my leg and took a piss all over that bitch, dude. This is how guys are without Christ. You fucked up in the head. You watch stupid shit. And fucking, yeah, good for me. I was 6 years old. I used to live in a liquor store full of fucking pornography, dude. That shit was scaring me. I was like, why chicks on TV are so sweet and innocent, everything's about romance, but in real life, chicks want like 3 dudes with their things all in different, like their ear, their eyeball, while peeing on their face. I didn't understand that. Even at that age, I was more inclined to look at the models of like beer models. We had posters of like chicks in bikinis or what's that, like tube tops and Daisy Dukes with Budweiser and shit. I was more about that. Thank God. Until, now it's Dylan Mulvaney, right? Bud Light, right? People forgot about that already. But, so anyways, no one gives a shit. Where do we touch bases on here? The word fag is universal. The word fag is a multi-tool. You don't have to be a fag to be a fag, but if you are a fag, you have the right to be a fag. But if you're a fag, because you're being a douchebag, you're that kind of fag, then no matter what kind of fag or lack thereof of faggotry that you copiously endeavor to fucking exude, you should still get your ass whooped, right? Libertarianism, right? Nobody could be a correctional officer and be a Christian at the same time. I'm kidding. But it's hard because you're going to have to go to Angel Sports Bar and stick your face in chicks' ass and pussies that they fornicate a lot too. So it is what it is, right? To forget, like I'm not into eating bitch's ass. It's just that you're gonna want to forget dude ass out of your brain. So you're gonna stick your face right, like kind of in the taint area of a chick. You ever bit the bridge between the asshole and pussy of some chick while like gripping and slapping her ass really hard, like kind of like that. Oh, you just didn't know, right? Oh yeah, I remember my chick Rachel. Like she was fucking. I wouldn't do this shit anymore because I'm trying to be a Christian. But like, yeah, dude, she's being a bitch. I was like, dude, you know, I'll wet Willie your asshole, bitch, and then force you to fucking French kiss me all over, like, you know, just fucking 2 fingers in her pussy, just fucking like biting your fucking like sweaty at, like, and then turning around, growing like that all in her ears. That bitch would whoop my ass too, dude. That bitch kicked me so hard, I almost died. She kicked me off a motel bed so hard, I went flying back, and the TV fell like right by my head and shit. So that's blonde chicks for you with a big ass of German and Russian descent. So the TV could have fell and hit my head. I could have died. She's laughing her ass off. I'm laughing my ass off too. That was, dude. You guys don't understand, man. I'm everything I'm everything God intended the white man to be, so these Zoomers could learn, dude. Okay. If you Zoomers would take up the yoke of what white men were supposed to do, what they did in Generation X, fucking stop listening to rap. That's only cool for colored people. You look stupid. Fred Durst and speaking Ebonics because you're afraid of your fucking colored neighbors, so you're a kiss ass, looks fucking stupid. Listen to like heavy metal and cool country, like fucking like Metallica, Merle Haggard, or fucking, yeah, what else was I gonna say? Stop being a fucking bitch and do that shit. What else? Oh, and then our blonde women, they won't hop on chocolate pole anymore. They won't twerk on Tyrone anymore. You won't have Colin Kaepernick or Gary Coleman as a grandson and shit. The absentee dad in jail and shit. Actual metalheads could have their white women back, because my chick Rachel, dude, you Zoomers nowadays think you need to get swipe right, have bling. You need to have 6 figures. You need to be Andrew Tate, dude. Back in my day, dude, Rachel was impressed when we went to this park and there was this "Don't enter because it's COVID" lockdown sign, and I turned, spinning back, kicked the sign. She laughed. Rachel one time was having second thoughts about fucking me in a really nice hotel because I don't make enough money. She paid for everything. I have no future. I got fat. I got down and showed her I could do 10 one-arm push-ups, and she's like, that is kind of impressive. And I got to, I'm a good guy now. She was being a bad girl. Like, I started out like all adoring her face and grinding her pussy. I caught her texting some fools back. So, lucky me, I got to bend her over that taller Hampton bed and enjoy, like, you know, pristine white good. All she eats is vodka, and she's German, so she has these nice narrow shoulders, long torso that just gets thinner and thinner until it's like, I don't know what her ab muscles, her lower hip muscles and her hips are doing, but it's just like it gets more and more and more. What the fuck, dude? And I mean, like, literally, I'm kind of like I might as well be pulling my own hair, dude. You gotta like fish hook yourself, punch yourself, pull your ear to cause pain, because God, I'm gonna come way too fast. Like, I'm plowing this hot ass white bitch, this bubblegum peak pristine pussy, dude, spreading fucking ass cheeks of buff ass Viking Helga for days, dude, like leaping and jumping into the shit. Like, when you really own and accentuate and bottom out that thrust, like from tip to butt. I fucked her so hard, I felt like I got kicked in the nuts, dude. You white kids can experience that, but you're listening to this narrative where it's making you a cuck, it's making you some Fred Durst wannabe incel piece of shit. Now you're losing your white women to Tyrone, the klepto cyclone, stabbing machine, subway fiend, crack fiend, fucking twerking on Tyrone's lap at the club, making it rain and shit. And their dad is now watching the chicks. They were, you know, where they would have got with the flannel wearing kid that has a stupid Nirvana shirt, they would have gave him a chance. No, now their white daughter is twerking on chocolate pole, all because you Zoomers think you're too cool to go back to your fucking rock and roll, actually white culture fucking ways. So you lost that wild, majestic mystique of your Viking roots. And that's why your chicks, that's why Tyrone is spreading them cheeks and looking at fucking the trail of peak butt crack meets perfect pristine pink bubblegum pussy attached to fucking Helga, the Viking fucking warlord princess with her amazing hourglass figure and her straight blonde hair, dude. Oh my God, I fucked the living shit out of that. You don't believe me, so here's my handsome face that gets a lot fatter and uglier. I still have her as a screen thing. You get the point, dude. That was my little trophy girl. And I got that shit from I got her from living in a day and age where just trying not to be a bitch or be a sellout, conformist, NPC, cookie cutter, fucking dumbass. Let me give you an example. One time, I'm 13 years old. I'm hanging out with older metalheads. These are like, back in the day, these older metalheads, they're not all like depressed goth kids. These are like, some of them are like borderline bikers, or like they go to punk rock shows just to get on fights on purpose. So we need somewhere to go drink and smoke. So there's some dude, and they're talking about if this dude's cool. And then there's some, like the leader of the pack or the alpha of the pack, he goes, is he a motherfucker? Maybe he's like a metalhead, somebody that listens to kick-ass shit. He goes, is he a motherfucker, or is he one of those bitches that listen to fuck? He's like, or is he one of those kiss-ass bitches that listen to fucking everything? I was 13 years old, absorbed. Oh man, I put a muscle in my face, fucking laughing at that shit so hard. Oh man, I think I'm missing electrolytes. I hope I'm healthy, Jesus, fuck. God, we got cuss in Jesus' presence, man. That shit was so fucking hilarious, dude. I went from being a rap kid to a rock kid. And I was like, hey man, like I went from like getting ignored from chicks because I have baggy clothes and I don't know how to dance, to partying with blonde chicks and converting her with the rod of correction of my Crusader steel. So yeah, fucking A, dude, that was a pretty good time, dude. So now that you let these Jews use Tyrone as a fucking pawn to lead everybody in the way of what that shit's about, right? I'm not racist. Tyrone has a right to fucking be Tyrone and to fucking make it rain and to make Whitey McFatty Booty feel that pain. He has every right to do that, right? I'm not but no right to take it away from him, but you can try by trying to fucking compete. And because back in the day when heavy metal and rock and roll ruled the world, all I had to do was example B. Example A now, you need to have bling bling, you need to have a Bentley, you need to have ends, you need to have 6-figure income, you need to be at the club, right? Well, back in my day, I fucked the living shit out of a hot-ass blonde chick just because I could do fucking I could do like 10 one-arm push-ups. You guys don't believe me, huh? Let me see. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna get dirty. I gotta get on the floor. Watch. Let's see. Let's see if I can do one arm. Some light's gonna come on. Let's see. All you had to do was be buff, dude. Oh man, let me fucking see if I can do one arm push-up. I'm pretty sore. I went on a run today, so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fuck. Ow, my stomach. I put my fucking stomach. Because I don't have any electrolytes in my body, and I went on a long jog today. Fuck, that hurt. So yeah. That I didn't need fucking ends. She paid for the fucking hotel room. Oh, I actually had a car back in those days, that's right. What else? Okay. What impressed that hot blonde chick? Me and my friends jumped some dude that was trying to fuck her when we were all like teenagers. What else? 10 push-ups. Oh yeah. I got laid by a hot-ass blonde chick because she wanted to go play like a little kid on these swings. We're all drunk as fuck, and it's COVID lockdown. There's a sign. Like, oh, you can't play here. And I fucking, dude, you can see my shorts. My short videos. I have a better spinning back kick than Joe Rogan. Whoa, boom! I kick that shit. She's laughing her fucking ass off, dude. Now I'm playing with her on the little swings, dude. That was fucking hilarious. And then there was this factory I used to work at over yonder. This is Butterfield Park. They tore it down in Corona, California. And I got fired from that thing, and they're all on break watching me play with this blonde chick. I'm obviously having car sex, and this is what she looks like that day. She's got, I don't know what shirt she has. So my little Ray all cray with her beautiful ass, like huge hips. She's 180 pounds with a fucking most accentuated hourglass figure. She's 180 pounds with the most tiny A-cup tits that she has muscle cleavage. Like all she eats is vodka. She has muscle cleavage here, and she has a little bit of ab muscles going on. It's like, wow, my precious little home bitch. I don't know if you're sexy or that looks cool. Like, you ever seen Linda Hamilton from the Terminator? Linda Hamilton looks ugly. I love her, but she looks ugly compared to my Rachel. Because Rachel's, like, Linda Hamilton had these manly shoulders. Rachel's got these, like, feminine, skinny ass shoulders, right? And they come like this with her fucking, like, even though she's like a big girl, her arms are skinny, her hands are all little and cute and shit. Like, oh man, fucking. And she's like a ripped, like, all in shape torso, where you're like, fuck, I don't know if that's like sexy or cool as fuck. And then her lower body just goes like, what the fuck? Sometimes it looks like she has this gut, a lower fat pooch gut, and you go, nah, dude, that's some kind of lower ab muscle. That's a trigger warning that her thighs and all this shit is about to just get juicier and juicier, all the way to her cute little feet. It's like, fuck, dude. And like, I just want to grab her face and adore her and grind her pussy for hours, what happens. But then sometimes you catch them texting another dude, so you get mad, you walk her over to the bed, you bend all that shit over, and you're like, motherfucker. Basically, you have to punch yourself in the face and gouge your own eyes to not jizz right away, dude. Just fucking leaping into smash. And all the white kids nowadays, they're not going to experience that. Tyrone is going to experience that. because these white kids, they're not listening to heavy metal. They're cucking out. They're trying to look like Fred Durst. They're drinking like Bud Light Lime or some shit at the club while trying to dance like their dad stole them a bucket of chicken for their fucking birthday, dude. And fucking I'm not racist, god damn it. That's fucking funny, dude. So I'm a pseudo white man, right? I can't jump or something. I can't dance, right? So I'm making fun of myself too. Fuck. I'm not racist, dude. I have learned at this stage in life. The brother man in me, like I have sports figure heroes that I like. I love Mike Tyson, George Foreman, black boxers, dude. That sounds. You get the point, man. Everybody in California, man, they're about Canelo and shit. Everybody in California, they love the Mexican fighters, dude. There's nothing wrong with that. I did martial arts. I can't mimic that style. Mexican fighters, they're gonna look stupid because it's not my style. They get in and they fucking walk you down. They fucking beat the shit out of you. And me and the brother man, like, I ain't about that. Hey, come catch me, motherfucker. Bah! What the fuck you got? What? Boom! It just fucking jab you for days. Oh, you think it's coming high? Boom! It came low. Oh, you think it's coming low? Boom! It came high. I got the fucking great jab, dude. Like, yeah, I'm more out here. Like, this is gonna protect my jaw and chin. Like, look at. Well, you gotta make me tired to hit me in the face. What are you gonna do? Every time you come at me, I take a step back. And if you're gonna stand still, then I'm gonna pick my shot. Boom, is that your face or is it gonna come low? Am I gonna fake this one and come back? And then every time they come forward, they get mad and they do this. They go, ugh, right there, bink. I'm not kidding. All day, slap. But it's a lot more manly to fight like a Mexican. It is. I gotta say that. I gotta tell you that. This shit's all points. This is like, hey man, the referee's gotta stop. This is a time limit. I mean, this is like catch as catch can, you know. It's not really fighting. Like if you're trying to fuck my Rachel, you're not gonna. Hey man, you're gonna get like a dude like Jason Voorhees popped out of nowhere. So, yeah, don't do that. Fucking, she can do whatever she wants. If you come to my house and try to do that shit while I'm there in the middle of the night. Yeah, my little Rachel, she was a fun time. Let's see. She was the chick that I adored the most in the sack. Like, I didn't want to teach her bad things, you know? Like, I didn't need to treat her like a triple X porn slut or anything like that. That shit just happened for her being bad. But for the most part, we're all cutesies and shit. So that's, you can't really tell it's my ugly ass. Better, that's her. She's wearing one of my shirts, so I don't have a lot of pictures of her done up. I just didn't be able to save them throughout the years. But yeah, good for me. Fuck the shit out of a really hot blonde chick. You can't really get any hotter of a chick than that, dude. But I'm a douchebag. I hate when sausage brags the sausage. I'm just using it as an example. And I was born late in history. I'm a grunge era metalhead. If I was a heavy metal era heavy metalhead, when white people or white men actually tried to be white men, and they were all like fucking rock and roll, looking like sexy fucking Vikings and shit. Back then, I would have got even more hot white chicks. So I'm trying to help the Zoomer kids out nowadays. You're not trying to be like all you can Ubermensch enough and stuff. Like me and everybody else that I said you should subscribe to, and they don't believe in my fucking. Nobody I told you to subscribe to, by the way, believes in my anti-Talmudic misogynist to the degrees of my anti-Talmudic, misogynistic fucking ways. Okay, they're not all that willing to do what chicks are fantasizing about anyway with their 50 Shades of Grey books. So without further ado, I gotta start. Wow, the day's already over. Fucking A. You were watching Pastor Nacho the Squatcho elaborating on liberals versus conservatives. Either my other phone restarted or a poltergeist turned it off and turned it back on. That's pretty distracting. So yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what I was talking about. I do remember that at this facility, we have motion sensor lights and shit like that. They have been known to come on for no reason. And I have a couple short videos where it looks like there's an evident orb floating around a couple times at this facility. And once in a while around this area, nobody else but me pays attention to it. There's some kind of periodic drone, some kind of SpaceX, I don't know what, object in the sky over here that if you have good depth perception, which I do, I demonstrate by how, like, if you move so many yards right or forward, right or back, just like the moon, it looks like it's following you. It's a fixed position. The moon is huge. So it means this drone, if it looks like it goes with you with the moon, what I'm saying is, go on a drive, and the trees pass you by, people pass by, but the moon or the sun looks like it stays still in the sky. This satellite, this drone, whatever, it stays still in the sky. You know what that means? It means it's like incomprehensibly huge. It doesn't make sense. They don't make drones that big. What is making that big of a flash? That's nobody else is like, oh, I'm like, you don't understand. That object, if it's perpendicular to the same way the moon looks when you perform movements while gazing at the moon, that means that's a fixed position in the sky that's ridiculously humongous. And people go, huh? And then I'll go, you don't understand. They don't make drones that big. Oh, wow. No one cares about me. So, anyways, keep on rocking the free world, guys. I gotta get going.